And now to a Channel 4 investigation. It's an unwelcome surprise a local mom says she never dreamed of getting when buying a new home.
Yes, she says that days before closing, she found out someone was squatting in her property, claiming it's his house. The home is on the west side and was owned by the bank. Police said that the man believes he legally owns the house, claiming adverse possession, even though he hasn't paid a penny. Channel 4 investigator Vic Michelucci looks into the case.
They're set to buy the home on Friday, but they found out yesterday that a man had actually gone into this home, changed the locks, even turned the electricity on in his name. They called him, and they tell me he told them that it was his.
I was shocked. I almost dropped my phone. Seriously.
Lisa Roundtree thought this was her dream home. 5 bedrooms and 4 baths on an acre of land.
It's just so upsetting to think that someone could just come into this home and live for free and thinks that it is okay and that they have a right to do it.
She was upset when she tried to turn on the electricity and water and found out it was already on, in someone else's name. And then she couldn't get in.
So somehow someone has this key where they can change this code.
Roundtree tracked down the man who said it was his. She says he told her the foreclosed home was vacant, and according to Florida statutes, he could have it. We're not naming him because he hasn't been arrested, but police are investigating.
Now we're going to be in limbo because we're not going to have a home to move into. My mom and dad have already sold theirs, and they're living with me right now. My house is getting ready to close.
I talked to the man over the phone, and he told me, yes, he was trying to obtain the home through adverse possession because he thought he could legally do it, and it was his right. But after I told him we were doing an investigation on it and police have looked into complaints, he said he was no longer interested in the home and he won't go back to the property.
You would be committing a criminal act if you're going into someone else's property.
Real estate attorney Barry Ansbacher says there are a number of misconceptions about this so-called homesteading law. He says this kind of squatting is illegal.
Whether you thought you could get away with it and 7 years later somehow win a lottery, I think it's an awful risky way to get into real estate investing, and there's a lot safer ways to do it.
And that buyer tells me she is relieved to hear that this man told me he's not going to come back to the property. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says he is not welcome there, and if he tries to go in the house again, he faces trespassing and burglary charges. We're live. I'm Vic Michelucci, Channel 4, the local station.
You know, Vic, I remember hearing about this kind of attempt to take a property by adverse possession here in Jacksonville a couple of years ago. Do real estate experts think this is common in our area?
Well, there have been a few high-profile cases there, Kent, but they say not too many issues with it here. There's a lot of problems going on in South Florida. That real estate attorney that I talked to say the problem that he believes is there's a lot of internet websites that tell people how to do it, and they make people think that what they're doing is legal. He says those websites are dead wrong.
Vic Michelucci reporting live to us tonight from the South Side. Vic.